The Federation of Ghana Institution of Surveyors is advocating for a regulatory framework to guide their work and combat the proliferation of unqualified practitioners. Landowners often fall prey to uncertified surveyors, leading to disputes and litigation. To tackle this, the Lands Commission under the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources has launched a digitalization initiative to streamline land acquisition and curb fraud. Citi News' Ashanti Regional Correspondent Doris Lonta has more in the following report.
Land disputes stemming from unclear titles and conflicting land tenure systems have long plagued Ghana, hindering investment and development. At the Ghana Institution of Surveyors Annual Conference, President Surveyor Dawood Suleimana Mahama highlights the absence of a regulatory law allowing quack surveyors to operate freely.
In Ghana, we don't have an overarching law that actually sort of regulates surveying. And that is a very big disadvantage the country has. Over the past 20 plus years, the Ghana Institution of Surveyors has been championing the need for regulation of the industry, such that surveyors are properly licensed and regulated by a state agency, and therefore if there are infractions, they can be held accountable for such infractions. It has gone a long way because different segments of the society have different concepts about what is the best way out.
Surveyor Mahama mentions the pending bill awaiting the Attorney General's review, expressing hope that its enactment will rectify infraction and deter quack surveyors.
Luckily for us, that law now has reached a very advanced stage. It is currently before the Attorney General for consideration, and if it goes to Cabinet and it is approved, it goes to Parliament and it is approved, we have a law. So that is what we are hoping it will use to curb the practice of unqualified people who portray themselves as surveyors. If you are not properly trained as a surveyor, do not practice as a surveyor.
Francis Menu Adabo, Chair of the Parliamentary Select Committee on Lands and Forestry, emphasizes the crucial role of surveyors in land acquisition and construction. He applauds the Lands Commission's digitalization effort to mitigate land disputes.
The Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, they moderate the activities of the Lands Commission. And like in my presentation, I made mention that they want to digitize all the information of our lands in the country. When they digitize the information, then what it means is that you will not go to even Lands Commission and get problem on your land. You can even sit at the comfort of your home and then press a button with the unique identifier of your plot. Then you get all information about the plot. When you go outside Ghana and you want to buy a plot, you just go to the website, you click the plot, you get all information about the plot, who registered the land first, who is the recent owner of the land, and then you will know whether the person dealing with you is the right owner of the land. And that is where we want to go. So they are digitizing the information at the Lands Commission. People have been trained and overtrained, and we are going, it's a process. It's not something we can do at once because we don't even have maps covering the whole country. So the commission is looking at getting maps covering the whole country so that every village, if there is a building there, the building will be captured. That is, it should be a holistic, way of doing things. So the commission has started, and I know they will do well.
Mr. Menu Adabo condemns the involvement of quack surveyors in land demarcation by certain chiefs, citing it as a significant concern for the nation.
The quack surveyors are surveyors in their own realm. They call themselves surveyors, but they have not been trained as surveyors. When you go to the villages, some of the chiefs have their own men who will go and demarcate the land for you if you buy plots, because the scheme for development in such areas have not been drawn. So they cut the land anyhow, how they want it. So these people, after they train themselves in the villages, then they think they are surveyors, so they go out there and do survey. These are the people we're talking about. They don't have the knowledge in surveying, so they only take small money, just give any land to anybody, and when the scheme is prepared, then you see that some of the buildings will have to be demolished. That is why we're saying we have to go against those quack surveyors and make sure we get the correct surveyors in the system so that what they do will be final. and then we will not do the work and do it again.
Reporting for Citi News, I'm Doris Lonta, KNUST.